Hi guys, his name is Mark Kennedy, and today we're going to be talking about the different types of matches for keywords in pay-per-click advertising. So this is more of an overview video. There's nothing to execute just at this point. We just want to give you the concept of what different match types and how they work in Google, so when you see them you understand. We'll talk more about the strategies behind them in different videos and how and when to use them, but it's important for you to understand this. So typically when let's say you're a painter, for example, you paint houses, and the keyword you want to be found for from your keyword research is house painter. If you put house painter into Google, just like as it is house painter, Google is going to show you for the term house painter. But Google likes to make money, and they're also going to want to show you for other keywords related to house painters because they think they're the best match to get more clicks to your site and in turn obviously make more money. So we talked about negative keywords before, so if someone types in free house painter, maybe free is not a good keyword for you, so free wants to be negative. But if you didn't have it in there, Google would show you for the word free house painter. There's other ways to avoid getting clicks you don't want from Google as well, and that's using match types. So there's three match types. There's match types with brackets, which I'm going to explain in a second, ones with quotes, and ones with plus signs. And this is a free tool we'll include that you can use to kind of break this out. Again, we're just at the concept stage, so you understand, but it's important to understand this because, again, Google likes to make money, you like to make money, but sometimes those don't align. So, for example, the first box here says house painter, and this particular tool put these keywords in brackets. Why? We're saying to Google, only show us if someone types in house painter. If someone types in I need a house painter, this will not show up. If someone types in free house painter, this will not show up. So we're very specific. We're saying exactly this term and this term only. Now you may say, but I want to show up if someone types in I need a house painter. And I don't disagree with you, but I just want you to understand, we'll talk about that with the next match type, but I want to understand what this does. So if you just use all exact keywords, you're going to show up for these keywords and these keywords only. It's going to limit your visibility? Yes. Is it going to bring in more quality? Most likely. But again, we do like to bring in more traffic, not just from the keywords we found, but from some tail keywords as well. So now we move over to phrase match. So in this particular example, with the quotes, we say to Google, show me if someone types in house painter in that order, in that phrase, but uses other keywords. So for example, if someone types in I need a house painter, you would show up in this particular case because house painter is used as part of their query. Or I need a house painter in Philadelphia. Again, you would show up because house painter is used just like that in the person's search query. If someone types in I need a painter for my house, this would not show up because we don't have it set up because house and painter wasn't used in that order in that query. So this is a little bit more further of a reach, but there is some limitations as well. Again, more specific quantity or quality versus quantity. But again, don't worry, we have another match type to get even more keywords. So the last one is house and painter, and there you can see there's a plus sign in between, in front of the word house and in front of the word painter. Why? We're saying to Google, hey, if someone types in house and painter in any order in any part of their search query, we want to show it up. I need a painter for my house. This is the one that would show up. But here's what happens: if someone types in painter without using the word house, you won't show up. So if someone types in, I need to know a famous painter from France from the 1700s, you wouldn't show up because house wasn't used in that search query. So in this particular case, that's a good thing. You're saying to Google, I only paint houses. I only want to show up that they use house and painter in the same key in the same phrase. Or we could do home or building or commercial or whatever we think it is. But that's a nice way to do it. So I wouldn't just go and put in your keywords all as house painter broad right here. I would, in particular, we do all three. So I particularly like to do house painter in quotes, and house painter with the pluses. But if you're just starting off and you're not sure what you want to do, my first recommendation would be to do the plus signs. Again, less is more. So is it going to get you found for everything? No. But sometimes it's a good thing because we're trying for quality. If you really want to hone down on specific keywords, then you might want to test with phrase and exact. And we'll talk more about structuring the strategy behind this, but I want you to understand. But as your first step, as you're building out a campaign, I would at least start with the plus signs in front of your keywords and instead of nothing in front of them. But again, we'll touch on more of this on future videos.